Hi, my name's Tim, and today we're going to be cleaning our bike chain. Out of all the maintenance you can do for your drivetrain, cleaning the chain is probably the most important. It will save getting the grime and dirt out of the chain will save the chain and the gears from wearing out prematurely. It's a really simple four-step process. The first step is to degrease the cassette, the gears, and the chain, get all the grease and grime started to break down, and then you'll take brushes and you'll brush all the dirt and stuff off of the chain and gears. After that, you'll clean the chain with a clean rag and some soapy water. You'll clean the chain and the gears off with that, and then you'll come back and after you dry it off the chain, you'll put bike lubricant on the joints of each of the chain knuckles. So let's get started. Okay, for the first step, we're going to simply be able to spin the chain while it's on the cassette. As you see, it's nice and smooth, and you're going to spray some degreaser right on the cassette here. Now I've got degreaser, it's all on the chain all the way around. It's on the sprockets down here. I'm going to let that sit for a couple minutes and do its job breaking down the grease. Now that the degreaser is set for a couple minutes, you can see that stuff is coming off really quick, really easily. What I want to do is I want to take a brush and get down in the chain. And I just move the chain back and forth while I'm brushing this, trying to get all the dirt and grime off. Now that I've gone clear around the chain, I'm going to take another brush and I'm going to brush in on the sprocket. Best I can to get that clean. Same with the sprockets down below. Now that's looking okay. There's still some dirt and grime down inside the chain. So I'm going to take my sudsy water. And I've got a little bit of Dawn dish soap in the water so it'll cut the grease. And I want to get all the degreaser I can off of the cassette and the chain. Be liberal with the soapy water so it gets all the degreaser off. You want as much of that degreaser off and the grime out of there, so when you're putting on the lubricant that it's able to stick and the degreaser doesn't retard that ability. So now, as you can see, I got it really clean. I think I'm going to go over it one more time with some soapy water and get that out, then we'll dry it off. Okay, now that the chain is clean, the cassette's clean, and I've cleaned off the gears, I'm just going to take a dry rag and I'm going to just dry off as much of it as I can do. Now I'm going to let the chain sit for a couple minutes and dry off, and then we'll apply the lubricant. Okay, now to apply the lubricant, I'm not going to apply it on the top chain because I don't want it falling on my frame and stuff. So what I'll do is I'll apply it on the bottom chain, and since I don't see a master link in the chain, I'm going to actually take a black marker and mark one of the links. That way, as I'm lubricating it, this black mark will come around and I'll know when I've completed the pass. Today I'm using Finish Dry Line, so it's a dry lube actually, but it goes on wet and then it dries to a nice waxy finish. I use this because I don't want a wet lubricant to actually come in and start collecting dirt on my chain. So I'm just going to go and put a drop on each knuckle. And that's what I want to do. Now I've got around to my black mark and I've done. I'm gonna turn the chain a little bit to get it worked into the joints, and then I'm gonna let that dry so I get the effect of the dry lubricant. And that's all there is to actually cleaning and keeping your drive chain nice and cleaned up so that the knuckles and the bearings don't wear out. Now, how often should you do this? Conventional wisdom says every 20 hours or so, so that'd be once a month, because I ride quite a bit. If you ride in dirt or you're mountain biking and you're getting a lot of dirt and grime on your chain, you should do it more often. If you see dirt, you should get it off. That's the rule of thumb. But for me, riding on bike paths once every month or so is perfectly acceptable. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.